welcome back to the next video. Oh, actually, hold on. What do you think? Cool, huh? Anyway, welcome back to this next video. This one is all about Nutella, so a Nutella ice cream. Nutella is, it's massively popular. It wasn't so popular when I was growing up. It just disappeared into the ether. It was available, obviously, but in the last kind of 10 years, it's got this massive resurgence. It's everywhere. We always have this huge, great jar of it in the kitchen. Some people eat it by the spoon. It's me too, I'm not gonna lie. We also have these little things, little Nutella, I'll put them there so you can see them. Little Nutella sweet bar things, like a cereal bar essentially. Healthy? I doubt it. But good all the same. So, as it's International Nutella Day, or when this video gets released, it was on Friday, probably the day before, we thought we'd make a super premium Nutella ice cream. So when you look online, there's lots of Nutella-based ice cream recipes, but they're all what I consider to be a little bit oversimplified. So they're the condensed milk ice cream recipes. They're really simple, no churn. There's not a lot going on there for someone that is really into ice cream. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to create a super premium Ben & Jerry's Häagen-Dazs inspired Nutella ice cream. So let's just get stuck in and make it. So to make the base for this ice cream, you're going to start by putting your milk and cream and the sugar in your pan on the hob. There's not a full amount of sugar in this because a lot of sugar comes from the actual Nutella itself. So take your 2 very generous tablespoons of Nutella, put it in that mix while it's heating, a gentle heat, just nice and gently. Make sure that Nutella's well incorporated and fully dissolved until you get that lovely creamy texture that you can see there. At that point, you can add in 1.5 tablespoons of very high quality cocoa, then turn the heat off, leave it to cool for 5-6 minutes, something like that. Then add your vanilla and finally a pinch of salt, give it one more good stir, and then take all that, put it in a fridge safe container, cover that with cling film, and then refrigerate for at least 4 hours, by which time it'll be ready to churn. So the Brownie Bites, that's what we like to call them in this recipe, it's just a bit of a difference in texture really, because Nutella is very creamy, the ice cream is very creamy, the marshmallow swirl is very luscious and creamy, but there's nothing else in there. So by mixing these little brownie burnt ends, if you will, with the Nutella, you get little pockets of crunchy, intense Nutella flavour in this ice cream. So they're a really good addition, and this is how you make them. So as we said, these Brownie Bites, they're made from frozen brownie burnt ends, if you will. If you don't have those, you can just buy shop bought, but chop them up nice and small, keep them in the freezer so you can turn them into a powder. Once you've powdered them, mix it in with some Nutella until you've got that lovely thick paste, and then take whatever mould you're going to use for this recipe and spread them in, make sure they're full to the brim, and pop that in the freezer itself. The final stage of this ice cream is going to be your marshmallow swirl, which again we've used before. This is actually a meringue, but that is exactly what Ben & Jerry's use in theirs. So put your sugar, your egg whites and your cream of tartar in the pan and heat it up to 71 degrees. That's got to be pretty close, so if you don't have a thermometer, look on Amazon, they're really dirt cheap. Once it's at that temperature, take it off the heat and whisk it within an inch of its life for about 5 or 6 minutes. So as in a lot of my recipes, 20 minutes ago I took the ice cream base out of the fridge and I added 75 grams of milk powder to this. Once you've added it in, give it a good stir and then put it back in the fridge for that 20 minutes, and that will allow the milk powder to dissolve within your base. Take it out and then you're ready to churn. Empty it into your ice cream maker. I've had ours cooling for 10 minutes, but you don't have to do that. And then about 20 to 25 minutes later, you're going to be left with a lovely, creamy, ultra luxurious Nutella ice cream. So what we're going to do now is load up this beautifully decorated tub, again by my wife, and we're going to layer it up with ice cream, the marshmallow and the Brownie Bites. The Brownie Bites. And then keep repeating that layer and pop it in the fridge overnight, and we'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day and we're gonna take this out of the tub and see what it's like. But before we do that, just a couple of minutes because I don't want it melting everywhere. Nutella is, like I said, it's really, really popular now. It's been in movies and TV programs. It's been in Friends and Friends and Friends and Friends. So there's a lot of product placement for this brand, or has been over the years. But I think we're just going to take this out of the tub and really see how good it looks. Now, I've made this quite a few times, obviously to perfect the recipe, so I actually know what it tastes like, but you guys might hopefully get excited to see it. So let's get it out of the tub and have a look. Okay, I'm actually going to put this back in the freezer. I don't want it melting everywhere, so there we go. Easy to scoop. It's 24 hours in the freezer. I mean, really, I called it fridge earlier, but in the freezer, really cold. Scoops very nicely. Marshmallow looks great. Let's try it, see what it tastes like. Bronze spoon this time. Let's go. Bit of everything in that bit. The first thing is the actual ice cream has taken on that texture, that very, very luxurious, silky texture of Nutella, but it's not overpoweringly so. And there I had one of the little Brownie Bites, and that actually becomes a little pocket of intense Nutella flavour. The crunch from the little, you know, the brownie burnt ends, for lack of a better description, adds a really nice different kind of texture to the whole thing. And the marshmallow, it is really just like a giant hug in a tub. If you love Nutella, you absolutely have to try and make this. It's incredible. And you won't find this recipe anywhere else. You'll find very boring recipes for Nutella ice cream everywhere else. So give this one a try. Let us know what you think. Take some pictures, send them to us. And thanks for watching. And we hope to see you on the next one. Take care. That's how you celebrate Nutella Day.